Welcome to another edition of Ladies Hangout on Laverita TV.
It has not been easy actually, because sometimes I will just sit down and I wish I also
Had another one.
I just knew that this girl just needs someone to love her and understood that yes,
Even they having that conversation. I think from the beginning, me like this, so I have my school.
Of course, the mother will say something. Mother will always speak up, but you know what daddy will say? These children are trying to just join our heads. They want to scatter our relationship. Welcome to another edition of Ladies Hangout on Laverita TV. I am your host for today's show, Kenge Mohammed. And on today's show, we'll be talking about the girl child and the society, and how the society have affected the growth and development of the girl child. And on today's show, I am not alone in the studio. I have three amazing and beautiful ladies who will be sharing an insight on the topic of discussion and also be sharing their life experiences so far. Let's quickly go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be meeting our amazing guests.
You got what it takes to do it. You got what it takes to do it now. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it, you can make it.
Forget what you're going through. Focus on where you're going to. Forget the numbers of times you fall. Look up and you can get up. Foes want you down. Father wants you up. Follow your dream and you gon' make it. Cause life is what you make it, my brother, and we gon' make it. My sister, you a diamond, they can never ever break you. Look up to the sky, let the most high elevate you.
Welcome back. Our guests will be introducing themselves, starting from my left.
My name is Joy Vino.
I am Rebecca Amos.
My name is Deborah Adekolu.
You're all welcome to the studio today.
Thank you.
And you're all looking amazing.
Thank you.
So how was your weekend?
It was awesome.
Wow.
Mine was
Obviously.
fantastic.
It was fantastic.
I enjoyed my weekend.
Wow.
I was just watching.
You're just watching.
Yeah.
But Rebecca,
Yeah,
it seems you used the whole weekend to make work.
of course, yes. I need to blow.
And has he given you a compliment on that? So, John,
Yeah.
you're also looking good.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sure Baba is not giving you money for your hair.
Eyes definitely give me want to make it. I'm sure for that.
So that was an amazing one, ladies. Yeah. So we'll be having a discussion on the girl child. As you can see, we are all girls here, and we are ladies. So we need to be open to each other so that a girl child or a female child out there can learn. And you can also chip in your past experiences to the topic of discussion. So starting from my left, Joy, please can you tell us who is a girl child?
Okay. A girl child is a human female offspring from birth growing into adulthood. So that's from my own knowledge. So I would say that a girl child mostly carrying all the activities at home, play major roles at home. In fact, play motherly roles at home. That's it, taking care of their parent, doing all the house chores and everything at home. So girl child are most very like they're very very important at home to have a girl child at home. In fact, you should be grateful that God gave you a girl child.
So, Joy, do you want to tell me that you are the only girl at your place?
No, I'm
You have
not. So I
boys.
have boys, girls too.
Okay. So, to my next question, Becky, how do you think the society affects the girl child?
Well, I'll say in a society where a boy child's education is prioritized over or more than a girl child, she has this limited access to schooling. You get because when you are in a society where most times talk about boys this, boys that, and say a female child education is not important, stuff like this. Most parents will just relax and will be like, okay, there's no need sending her to school. You get. And another thing is, in a society where a boy child is more adored and prioritized, still you notice that girl child has less confidence. She's not confident of herself. She feels left out. You get? So society does a lot of harmful things to girl child, especially when they don't value them.
So you said society tends to affect the girl child rights.
Yeah.
But in a situation whereby it's actually the fault of the parents, what would you say about that? Because most of the times we blame the society, forgetting the main source of the problem.
You know, even when I mention the society, not all societies. We still have those societies out there that values the girl child and will go extra miles for the girl child. Wow, yeah. The same way we have advantage, we also have disadvantages. Yes.
That's a lovely one, Becky.
Yeah.
So to my next question, Becky, you're looking good and you've been quiet. I think you have a lot to say.
Actually, I do.
Okay. So this our society nowadays tend to show the girl child tend to shoulder more responsibility. You imagine a girl of a tender age is already shouldering the responsibility of an adult. Because you go to some families nowadays and you see the girl child doing what the parents should do. Because there's one question I keep asking myself, why bring up a child if you know you cannot take care of that child? That's why going to Miss Becky's question, I said, why should we blame the society for getting the main source of the problem? So, Miss Deborah, please, can you tell us what do you have to say with this any responsibility shouldered by the girl child?
Okay, I think when we are talking about responsibilities shouldered on the girl child, I will permit me to use the word, I am a victim of it. Yes, because I started working at a very, very tender age. I think I started working at the age of 13.
Wow.
And then I usually go to town in the night. So whenever we close from work, then I will be looking. I used to be very small, like very, very small. I'll be looking for bus, look at rascals moving about, but I'll just stand looking for bus, like bus for transportation. So you understand?
Yes.
Growing up, well, I think I was in SS2. SS2, I was 14 years old. SS1, I was 13 years. I worked to pay my school fees. Yes, I worked to pay my school fees, and aside that, I also worked to support the house. I can, will I say, can I use the word saying I can count where I work, or let me say I can't count where I work, number of places I've worked. I have so many working experiences. I was working while I was in secondary school, and immediately I wrote, my last paper was May 4th, 2016, my wife. Then I started working 10 days after. Yes, I got a job immediately. I started working in a shop. Then I started working May 14th. And since then, I have been working, trying to support the house. And it has not been easy, actually. Because sometimes I will just sit down and wish I wish I also.
Had another one.
Yes.
Well understood. Sorry. So, Miss Debbie has actually shared a little from her experience.
Yeah.
So, sharing a little experience from my own side, I could remember back then, some years back, my mom was actually working in Abuja then. So, since we're the last born, I and my twin sister, so she was like, okay, you two would have to go and stay with your elder sister, who happens to be our second born. That we won't stay with her, pending on when we finish school and we come and meet her up in Abuja. So we're still with my elder sister at that time. But things were not really good because my elder sister was married at that time. But things were not really good for her at that time. But there was this uncle in the compound. That's why most times I keep emphasizing on the fact that for you to have a child, especially a girl child, for you to want her to become that thing you really want her to become, you need to provide for her. So that no man will come and entice her with what is not there. This uncle that time would always come and say, okay, Aye, Kendi, do you know what you do? All you just need to do is just massage. Massage what? His private parts. And if you are able to do that, I'll give you food.
Can you imagine?
Yes, see, I'll give you food. So imagine such an uncle. And you as the girl child feels, okay, I really need this thing. I really need this thing. What should I do? But imagine we're actually in a situation where we have it all. You know, you won't entice me with such a thing.
Yes, honestly.
Good. So Joy, that takes me to my next question after my little short story. How do you think the parents impact the life of a child, a female child? Both the negative, you're going to be telling us about the negative and the positive aspect of it.
Let me say, okay, as a parent, you have to be very responsible for your a female girl child, especially providing what they need at home, not just leaving them, like leave them at home and go and face your life outside
Yes.
and leaving them to take care of themselves. It's not okay for them. Because once you are leaving them at home, that means you're telling them they can do anything they want. And this kind of girl child, they cannot really free themselves, they cannot really take care of themselves that much. If
Yes.
not, you see, like if for instance, now if you leave a female girl at home now, and you have neighbors, let's say guys around, you know how they'll be coming to come out like,
Yes.
baby girl, come now, come and stay in my house now, come and help me to do something. No, from there they'll start misbehaving and all that. So I'll try as much, like I will really advise parents to make sure they should take care of their girl child, make sure they provide all they need.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I will have to say.
Thank you. That's a lovely insight on that.
You're
So,
welcome.
Becky, you know, most of the times now, that's why I keep saying it and I'll keep saying it. Most of the times, parents should look after the girl child. Because, you know, now, the negative and the positive aspect of this comes from the parents. Because most times I laugh when people say it's peer pressure, it's the society, is this. The main foundation of the girl child development is the parents. The foundation is the parents. So, Miss Becky, can you throw more light into this?
Well, talking about parents and the rest, you also said that the parents are to be held responsible for both negative and positive sides. Well, that's true. As a parent, before giving birth to children, you should be fully prepared and ready to take responsibility. Okay? A situation whereby both parents are working class, give birth to children, leave them under some strangers' care. You know that's very risky. Very, very risky. Very risky. Not everybody you can entrust your child with. You get. You know, I am a living testimony. You get where my both parents work and we were left under the care of our elder sister. But before then, my elder sister was a baby. You get. So there's this Hausa women that usually take care of kids for you. You are a working class mother, you want someone to look after, they will do that. My mom had no choice because she needed to support my dad financially. So she had no choice than to leave us under those women's care. You get, sometimes she come back from work and meet us maybe dining with rams and goats. There was a day my mom met my younger sister eating this goat's pieces. Yes. Wow. She felt so pained and so hurt. But you know what? She had no choice. But you know, to some point, if your husband is this calculative person, there's a way of avoiding all these things. Funny enough, it's not all this career job, just company work. You get, there are ways you could actually fix it whereby your wife doesn't have to go for that company work or stuff like that. If you are very, very calculative and you save, you have plans, actually get a business for your wife while you do the normal company hustling. But I don't know if I should say the thoughts didn't get there, like my dad's thoughts didn't reach that side, but at least I feel he could have understood the pain of a mother. You get. So during that time, we were left alone. Sometimes it got to the level that my mom was like, instead of leaving my children with Hausa women, please, Mercy, which is the first child, can you please look after your younger ones? She was doing her best. I bet you she was doing her best. And that brings us to what you said, motherly love. She was giving us that motherly love. But you know what? Her best wasn't enough. Not that she didn't try, but she was still striving. But situations around us were bringing her down. Whereby we had these uncles we're talking about.
Yes, uncles. There's always uncles.
And you know what? To some point, had it been it was just neighbors, these neighbors kind of uncles, I will understand. But it was bloodly related uncles. And that brings us to what? Child molestation.
Yes.
Funny enough is, whenever my elder sister experienced that child molestation stuff like that, and she complains to my dad, you know what he says? Are you the only female in this world?
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah. His response, see, it broke her. Up to date, my elder sister is traumatized from that experience. You get. And had it been stopped where she is, I would feel better. But it continues. Even while all those things were happening, mommy was seeing it and she was broken.
Did you try to talk to the mother as well?
Of course, the mother will say something. Mother will always speak up. But you know what daddy will say? These children are trying to just join our heads in this family. They want to scatter our relationship. Hey, father, if you're a father and your child complains to you about stuff like this, you overlook them. I'm sorry for you, I'm not a father.
Yes, yes.
But do you know something? I know, yes, you know, fathers, they have this nonchalant kind of attitude.
But that's bad.
Not all fathers, majority of fathers, they have this nonchalant attitude. What is your responsibility as a mother? Because I see no reason why you as a mother feels comfortable for a child to mingle with an uncle in the compound. Because I see no reason why an uncle should maybe sit. You should train a child from a very early stage. Train her to refrain herself. Sorry, something. Let me cut you on this.
Manipulations.
Of course, yes. Mommy has been doing that. As a matter of fact, if mommy is at home, no one dares to go out.
Yes, no.
Funny enough, despite the double hustling, the provision for the kids were not even enough. You know why? Lack of planning.
Wow.
Yes, the planning was not there. You ought to be stable. Now, I talked about society making a girl child maybe feeling less of herself. Do you know that parents also do that?
Yes, no.
Now, let me tell you this. My parents never had plans of giving birth to us six. Like, we are six in number, and we are all girls. Okay? Do you know my mommy was collecting backlash back to back because she was giving birth to just girls? At first, my dad is the kind of person that is into churchy stuff. So he believes in God and he doesn't want to make it look as if he's not grateful of what God gave to him. You get. But to some extent, my dad was now trying to show us if he's being affected by the fact that he doesn't have a male child. And you know what? Sometimes just relax. Do you know, I witnessed a day my mom was seriously weeping and crying. You know why?
Right.
Because they had this normal husband and wife briefing that you get, and he threw a word at her that really hurt her so much about having female children. To some extent, she felt like, God, I beg, just carry me from off for this life, ma, just rest. So do you know we were also watching and we were hearing when our daddy was saying all those things. Do you know how we felt at that point? So pained. Now let me tell you something. It got to a level where when I was in school, primary, secondary, I said to myself, if that should be the case, I won't want to go to school. All I need is just want to get a little knowledge, how to read, how to write, how to be a good mom to my kids. Because I felt the school is actually nothing, it's of no use because I'm a girl child. Until when I was coming up and I discovered the values and the use of going to school as a girl child. If at all these things never happened, some things we won't realize them, we won't see them, or know they're even existing. Do you know sometimes our dad will say go to school because we are girl child? You feel there's no use of spending too much on them. We pay our school fee, go to school. Whether we are putting on a torn uniform, he doesn't care. You have books, he doesn't care. No. When I was coming out, I said to myself, I don't want to have a boyfriend until when I'm done with secondary school. But because my parents failed one way or the other, I felt I needed a boyfriend to be helping me out. And of course, when I was in my SS class, it was my boyfriend that was helping me to get textbooks and some school utensils. You get. So, if your parents show you love, provide for you, like you said earlier, I bet you whatever the society think about you won't even hurt you even a bit. You will be so happy because those people that brought you into this world got you covered. So first of all, as a parent, you ought to be sure if you want to go into parenthood or not. Don't just bring kids into the world
And leave them.
That's a lovely one, Becky.
Yeah.
Let's quickly go for this short commercial break. And when we come back, we'll be going deeper into the topic of discussion.
From the waters to your table comes the rich taste of tradition. Welcome to Al Hussein Fish and Farm Limited, where we turn fresh premium fish into delicious, long-lasting dried fish you can trust. Our dried fish is processed with care, preserving all the natural flavor, nutrition and aroma, perfect for your soup, stew and special dishes. Whether you are a wholesaler, retailer or for home use, both in and out of Nigeria, we deliver the best quality, hygienically prepared dried fish straight from our farm to you. Find us at Old Artillery Barracks Primary School, Kakuri, Kaduna State. You can also reach us on 081 60 48 8788 or 081 85 82 2119 to place your order today. Al Hussein Fish and Farm Limited. Taste the freshness.
Welcome back. This our topic of discussion today. Do you know, this is how it normally starts from the girl child to an adult. That's why most times you see a girl in a relationship. a girl in a relationship dating a guy. You are dating guy because he's providing everything for you. He will beat you today. After beating you, he will still sleep with you in the night. The next day again, he will not pet you with some gifts. Yes, that is, you run back and you, why? Because they feel okay. So I should go. How would I cope with life? How will I cope with life? How is my life going to be because of the iPhone 14, 15, 16, and the rest? Going to Miss Debbie now. What would you do in a situation whereby this guy is very rich? He has everything. He has everything, and he promised that, okay, I'm going to give you everything. All you just need to do is ask. And even if you don't ask, he will provide. But he has one issue, which is beating. Because there was this story. Let me give a story to back up what you have to say. There was this story of a lady that we had then. It was more like, though I saw the lady, but it was someone that was not giving us the deep story about all that happened. She was dating this guy. He's a rich guy and he's a womanizer also at the same time. But this lady feels, okay, even if I should leave this guy, how do I start up life? How do I start up life?
And it's wrong.
Very wrong.
And you know, most times this guy is going to beat her blue and black. After beating her with the small strength she's having, he's still going to sleep with her. We didn't call it rape. You still force himself on her. If you're a lady like that, what would you do? You pack your things and go. But it's not this lady. She'll still be there. So let's assume you're in this lady's shoe. What would you have done?
Actually, I'll not even be in the lady's shoe. I will not be in the lady's shoe. And I am saying this, I am not just saying it, like just saying it. Just like I said earlier on, I've been working since. So my mom, she's a very hardworking person, and I learned it from her. She doesn't just sit down, not doing anything. So I cannot be in a relationship because a man is providing for me, and what he feels like, okay, I should be doing is for him to be beating me. No, I can't, because while growing up, still while growing up, was it when I was in SS1? SS1, just 3 going to SS1. I asked my dad if, like, which school will I want to, which school will he put me, what, because he stopped paying my school fees when I was in JS1. JS2, JS3, it was my mom and her sisters that paid my school fees. So SS1, I thought, okay, now I'm entering senior secondary school, at least I should ask him. He said that, you know what my dad said? School no dey pass person. When we wanted to write WAEC, I asked my dad for WAEC, he beat me. Yes, he beat me. My teacher then used to tell me, you're very intelligent. Why is that you've not registered? I registered at a very dying minute. So when I told him, I said, my teachers, you know that I was still small now. I said, my teachers say I am intelligent. Why have I not registered for WAEC? He said that tell them to come and arrest me. Wow. Yes, that's what he said. Tell them to, when I emphasize on it, he beat me still. Like the beating, I cannot forget that beating. So because of that, I already programmed my mind. I cannot be in a relationship, and I cannot be in an abusive relationship at all, because I've already faced that. But I faced it, and I can't. Okay, imagine my dad beating me while growing up, maybe asking for my school, not that I'm asking for money to make hair, money to do this. I faced beating, I collected beating, then I'll now collect beating again. No, it can't work. Affliction cannot rise again.
At all, it can't.
Exactly. It's because it's like an affliction after. It's an affliction now.
That's
So I
true.
will not be in that lady's shoe.
Yeah.
That's why I am working. I am also doing some business. I'm into some business so that, because I don't want it. I don't want it. I can't.
But do you know this issue of guys, men, and the rest? That's what tends to breed the issues of single mother in the society today. Do you know a lot of ladies? Do you know most girl child when growing up, they tend to see their father as the role model.
Yes.
So imagine a child that grows up in a family where the father doesn't respect the mother. The father will tell the girl, you don't need education. Your life will end in the kitchen. You don't need to be a career woman. Do you know most of the times this kind of ladies grow up and they'll be like,
I don't need a man like my father in my life.
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Most, should I say 90% of ladies, when you ask them questions, they'll be like, I don't need a man like my father.
I really don't need a man like my father.
Yeah. Good. Because you hardly see a lady
At this
you meet that will
Mhm.
tell you, I want husband or I be a man like my father.
Do you
And
know?
those ladies are rare.
I used to
yet
make that
to-
mistake.
Do you
I'm
know?
still yet to-
At
I
this
used to make
point,
that mistake.
even my dad, he will not want his type for me as
At all.
as a husband or his type for me as like my kids having no.
You know what? When I was still young, like coming up, but I was into social media. Anywhere I go, would you want to marry a man like your father? I would be typing yes, yes, yes. Until I got to realize things that were behind the scene that I never knew. I said to myself, hell no.
So, Miss Joy, would you want to marry a man like your father?
Well, my own father, to me, my
Eh?
own father is nice, responsible.
I'm happy for you.
So I'm always daddy's girl.
You're lucky.
I would like
So, but
to
you know
marry.
what? Let me say this. I'm not trying to say that my dad is a bad person completely, but you know, every human have their own flaws. They have
It's
places
not
where
all
they
fathers
are
that
fail.
are
Exactly. But I'm saying in this aspect of gender discrimination, this aspect of allowing society to fool you, my daddy has failed. Yes.
Do you know when we were talking about molestation, about the parents not doing what they're supposed to do?
Yeah.
I now remember something when I was doing marketing job. That was 2020. So I did marketing job for Pick Milk. Pick Milk. So we went to, I think it should be I think it's either Angoma Zoo or I've forgotten. I think Angoma Zoo. It was me and my younger brother. My younger brother then he was still very small. We were doing the marketing job together. We saw some group of boys. They already planned it that they were going to distract us. One of them came, he touched me. When I mean he touched me, he touched my breast. And I was angry. I was like mad, like, where do I know you from?
Yes.
I pursued him. The way immediately I was distracted. One of them collected the picnic from me. They collected it. My brother was angry. He dropped his own. They packed it, and we started pursuing it. My brother was pursuing them. I was following my brother. I was crying because these boys they can be harmed, and I am like they can hold something to harm my brother.
Yes.
So I was panicking. Still that what when you know that you want to bring children to this world, whether a male child, a female child, have it at the back of your mind that yes, you are ready for this. You want to provide. It's not a matter of maybe bringing 20 children to the world and you now be like, okay, you cannot even be accountable for even one child. Even if it's one that you know that yes, you can provide for. Bring the child to the world, provide for the child. It's not about maybe they are calling you, maybe you go to a place, they call you Daddy Shedrack, you go to another place, they call you Daddy Mercy, you go to another place, they call you Daddy Deborah, you go to another place, they call you Daddy Water. It's not about maybe people calling you different names, using your children name to call you, but it's how well you can provide for them.
You know what? I want to say
something. As a parent, you have to educate your children. Make sure they get the best education they need to get.
Okay, let me give an insight into that.
Okay.
A lot of people will say, like you all said, I don't want a man like my father. Yes. But you know, as the girl child, if only men can do better. I know we have amazing and lovely dads out there.
Yes.
But the thing is, the bad eggs need to learn from the others. Because most of the times, the female child is supposed to see her father as a role model. But reverse is the case right now. Because most of the times, ladies get more closer to their dad, while the boy child gets closer to their mother.
Yes,
Because using my brother as an example, my brother, that's our firstborn, is actually like 40 something. But if you see a boy that don't, a man that doesn't joke with his mother, that is him. He doesn't joke. He sees my mom as a role model. Why? Because that's why he treats ladies like egg.
Yes, it treats ladies like
Empathy on the start from the
because why? He saw my mom as a role model. Do you know even when he got married and if the wife should do anything, the wife will quickly call the mother because she knows he's scared of his mother. He's not a boy, he gets scared of his mother. So going back to read the ladies, we're supposed to say our dad, yes, as the role model. Or is a no-no? Is a no. Yes, it's a no-no. That's why most of the times
yes.
they are the daddy's girl. That's why most of the times we have a lot of single mothers in the society.
I don't blame single mothers. At some point, I don't. I am not part of the people that judge single mothers.
Okay.
Do you know why? Because a lot of people, a lot of single mothers, they just feel like okay, they cannot undergo what they've maybe passed through before. And maybe even the single mother has experienced a lot of harsh things in life. She will not want her children to also follow the same step. So I don't really blame single mothers that much. Even I don't blame single mothers because I don't know what took them there. I don't know what happened. If she is okay and comfortable with the marriage or whatsoever that led her to being single mother, she will not do that. Because we women, no matter what, we love to be cared for. No matter the movement, no matter what people say, a lady will remain a lady. A woman will always remain. A girl child will remain a girl child.
Yes. So we'll be going for a short commercial break now. And when we come back, we'll be going to the last phase of our show today.
Shigo cikin duniya da kyau ke haduwa da kwarin gwiwa a Amir Beauty and Classic Fashion, Cosmetic and Provision Ventures muna kawo muku mafi ingancin kayan kula da fata, kayan shafe-shafe da muhimman kayan kwalliya waɗanda aka zaba da kulawa don su ƙara hasken halittarku. Daga launuka jambaki masu armashi zuwa fentin fuska mai ɗaukar kyau da kuma shirye-shiryen kula da fata masu daɗewa. Muna da duk abin da kuke bukata don ku haskaka kowace rana. Ku ziyarce mu yau a Amir Beauty and Classic Fashion, Cosmetics and Provision Ventures da ke titin Amadu Bello Way kusa da Makarfi Plaza ko ku kira mu a lambar wayar mu 0706988257 ko kuma 0800-230-75612 ko kuma 0814417695 domin kyau ba wai kallo bane kadai rayuwa ce a Amin Beauty and Classic Fashion Cosmetics and Provision Ventures da ne kyau kuke farawa sai kun zo.
Welcome back. Joy. So what do you have to say about some certain bad behaviors exhibited by the female child or the girl child in our society today?
Okay. Let's say mostly ladies, we see that they don't dress well. Like nowadays, you see them, all they put on, like they are dressing, indecent dressing, like wearing short things to go out. So I really tell them not to be doing that because it's not really, So they should try as much to make sure you always dress well, look good, and make example for the young ones that are coming out too. So that's what I have to say.
So we have this general saying that you are being addressed the way you dress. So you as a lady out there, you get addressed the way you dress. Example, I see no reason why I'm going out with a guy. And maybe my own feelings, I feel okay, it's actually wrong to dress indecent. But a guy will not tell you, no, me, I like my ladies on mini skirts. Yes. Do you know most of the times that you see those ladies you see outside, it's not as if they really want to dress, but it's just that the main maga tells them what to do and what to wear. A guy will tell you maybe he's the one sponsoring everything, from the dressing, the feeding. That's why most of the times that you see ladies, some ladies that depend on guys, yes, they tend to act like dummies. Yes. That's why most of the times you have this thing. Okay, you as a lady, make your decision. Make your money. See, when you make money, a guy will not use you to sweep the ground. Because I see no reason why I should catch a cheating guy and I'll still give him a second chance.
Because he has money.
But you know, when you have your own money, you dress the way you want to dress.
Exactly.
I won't wear a long skirt and you as a girl tell me, no, I don't like long skirts. I like short skirt. And the next moment I'm wearing a short skirt.
Some of them will be use the word "ide off me."
Ide off me. You are looking like Mama Maka. Yes. But you see, you as a lady, when you make your money,
all these girls nowadays now, like one the time they are listening to their guys that okay, this is what they should wear this is what they should wear.
yes.
Now following what their guys telling them. Do you know at the point that this guy that they are always telling their lady they should
end
wear
up
this
leaving them.
don't end up leaving them.
Guys,
They will
this
not
is-
marry them. They will not marry all these
They know they
responsible
can't
girls
make
that are
decisions
well
by
dressed.
do you know
See.
most times that's why there's this talk going around is when you have majority of guys, when you have these male friends you talk to a lot, you learn from what they say, and you as a lady you act on this, because most of the times you see a guy taking a girl to a club, you take shisha, you drink alcohol, you smoke. Maybe from your upbringing you are not taught all those things.
Yeah.
But because you met a guy who will tell you to do this, you
You cannot
will
make
do.
decisions.
But when it's time to get married now, he will now go to his village and look for a decent girl.
And that is why you have been told that any man who truly loves you won't support you dressing indecently.
And acting like this.
Yes.
So going to Miss Debbie, what do you have to say about how do parents what effort should parents put in raising the girl child?
Okay. Talking about efforts parents should put, I feel like before you think of getting married, before you also think of bringing children to the world, you should be at least prepared.
Yeah.
Prepared
Ready.
emotionally, physically, and
Financially.
because you can't just say, okay, you're emotionally prepared, you're physically prepared, but financially you are not prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, you will not go to the store and say you want to get a baby food, and when they ask you money, you say that I'm emotionally prepared. It does not work that way.
Yeah, no.
So, what I have to say is preparation matters.
Yes.
Planning is the key word. Planning is planning, like when you know that okay, this is what you want to do, you should plan. Anyone who fails to plan will definitely fail. So that's just it.
Let me ask you to what she said now. When you talk about planning, do you know we have couples that we like want to have 2 kids, 3 kids, but because of listening to what people say and because of the genders that God gave to them, they decide to keep adding, trying. Now let me give you an instance. My parents had plans of having 3 kids, but because of the saying, not
Children
just
bring
girls, no, not just girls, not just girls. All right, let's give it a try. I wouldn't have been existing now. I came into the picture and I was a girl. Now they're like, let's give this last try again. The next try was what? A girl. Let's give it the last try. They gave back to what? A girl. Now stick to your agreement initially before the marriage journey began. You stick to it. You want 3 kids, 3 kids, it remains. No matter the gender, just thank God. Another thing, as a parent, do not give listening ears to what people think or say about your family.
People that will not be there for you.
They'll be there
When things are turned outside, they will not even send
Do
you.
not give listening ears. Just stick to your agreements and your plans with your spouse, and you enjoy your marriage to the stupor.
Do you know I saw this, okay, was it, I can't remember the name. I saw it like in a newspaper where this woman has 5 girls and all of them they are into professional jobs. One is a barrister, one a doctor, I've forgotten the other one. That's female children. They were like raised. But I don't know. I did not read the part where they talk anything about their father. They did not really say anything about
More
on their mother. And all these people are what? They are girls. So if you know that okay, you have it in mind to give birth to 2 children and God gave you 2 children, which are maybe girls or boys, train them. Train them so that when you know that okay, they go outside, they will not people will not even look at them that this one they are even deprived of love from the house. So on the home. Yeah.
Okay, so going to my next question, Becky, was there a time you just sat and felt, okay, there's this decision I made in the past and you're regretting it? That you like, okay, if they should change the hand of time, I will go to correct the mistake. What would that be?
Yeah, that's something I would have loved to fix. You know, we talked about parents planning for their children. And we all know the journey of single parenting isn't easy. And at the same time, children are blessings from God. Yes. When you have one, you thank God. And you keep them with every single thing you have. Shield them. I don't regret having my baby, but I regret bringing her in at the wrong time. You know, no matter how you're trying, you know the difference between I'm doing well. Yeah, you give God the glory. Things are well,
Moving fine.
and when you know I'm sure I'm giving you the best, that's certainty. Yes, you get to some point. Sometimes I myself, I know I feel as a mom. I wish I could turn back the hands of time and bring my baby at the time where I'm fully prepared and I'll take a whole lot of responsibility. To some point, sometimes I feel so pain that I feel as a mom. You know, being a single parent, be it a father or a mother, there will definitely be something that your child will lack. That pain alone is something. So I feel so pained each time I discover there's something missing in the life of my daughter. I wish I could turn back the hands of time and bring her in at the right time and with the right person. Yes.
Yeah, the right person. So that was a lovely one from Miss Becky. You know, in all you said there, I picked one word. You know what that word is? The right person. Yes. And the right person only comes when we make the right decision.
That's
You
true.
know. So that's why most times, see, you as a lady, let me advise you. You as a lady, don't let any guy play you like ball. Yes. You as a lady, sit your ground. We know the Bible said they are the head. Go? And we are the neck to support them.
Yeah.
But you know, as an iron, at times you need to be an iron lady.
Exactly.
You need to be an iron.
You need to mount like Mountain Dew.
See, don't let them make decision for your life.
Exactly.
But how will you even want people to make decision or a man to make decision for your life?
Especially a man. You don't make a man make decision for your life.
Be a woman of your word and stand on your ground.
That's why at the same time, make your money. Make your money. So that when you need 2K or 1K for part, you not start calling.
No reason they say man money dey sweet. No money sweet reach your own money.
Very well.
Make your money. Seriously. So going to my last question, Miss Joy. What advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self, I'll advise my younger self to make sure they don't allow boys to deceive them, and also make sure they should make their decision by themselves, and they should determine what they want to do in life, like stay focused.
Very important.
Yeah.
That's a lovely one.
Thank you.
Miss Debbie, what advice would you give to your younger self?
A lot of advice, but let me just say one or two. The advice I'll give to my younger self is to not just be the hardworking girl everyone knows, but to work smartly. And also not to give up, because there are times I've sat down, cried my eyes, but wanting to give up, and I would just feel like, no, not now. I can't. I've already gone too far. So that's just it. Not to give up. Make decisions for myself.
That's a lovely one. Yeah. So going to the last lady, Miss Becky. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Hey, younger Becky. Hey, younger self. Do not, I repeat, do not look down on yourself. Do not lose your self-confidence. Another thing is, there is more to being a good mother than just reading and writing and teaching your kids assignments.
Wow. Amazing.
Yes.
So, as the host of today's show, what advice would I give to my younger self? Dear young Kende Mohammed, I would like to advise you to focus. Life isn't about everybody.
Yeah.
Life should be about yourself. And there is one thing you need to understand. Every decision you make now affects the future. And most importantly, you see those boys with short knicker. Eh? Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them deceive you. See, they will deceive you to see what is inside. And once they see what happens, good. Make the right decision. Your no should be your no, and your yes should be your yes. Be an independent lady.
Yes.
You understand? Do you know what being an independent
Oh
lady?
my God.
You know it's very sweet. Make that money.
Oh my
Girls,
God.
make that money.
Kenny, why are you tempting me?
Make that money. So that's all on Ladies Hangout on Laverita TV. Thank you all for being in the studio today. I hope next time when I call you, come with your bass bone. You come with your bass bone. So you can also follow us on all our social media handles. On X is Laverita TV Ltd. On Instagram is Laverita TV Ltd. On TikTok is MOFW Dating. And you can also follow us on our Facebook handle, Adekunle Komolafe Foundation TV. I remain your host for today's show, Arewa Kende Muhammad. From all of us in the studio, we say bye.